Hello, and welcome to another edition to what am I doing, or whatever, my journey. This week was an exciting week. I went to see my nutritionist, and when I was there at the hospital, because her office was the hospital, I had to also see, did my lab work, took some blood, and I had a EKG, I believe it's called EKG, and I don't really know the results of any of that, but my next doctor appointment with my surgeon is this coming up week, so yeah, I think it's a Wednesday, so I'll be able to update more on that. But when I was there at the nutrition, she went through a lot of stuff. It was very informative. She gave me this, so if you follow Mr. Smiley Florida, you probably saw this. Basically, the next couple weeks, I'll go through a little bit of this. So, I apologize for reading some stuff, but it's not going to be easy. One of the reasons why I'm overweight, and a lot of people, is I don't have time to eat. 3 meals. Some people say like 5 meals, but I don't have time to eat 3 meals all the time. Sometimes I skip breakfast, sometimes I skip lunch, sometimes I skip dinner. Not on the same day, but I have been known to skip 2 meals. I usually have a big 1 meal, but that's pretty bad. You're not supposed to do that, but anyway, some of the things that you're supposed to do now is pretty big when it comes to your food and your drinking. You're supposed to drink 30 minutes before you eat, and then you wait, of course, 30 minutes. Then your meal, which isn't very big at all, but it seems like there's a lot to do. That's 30 minutes, and then your meal should take about 30 minutes, and then after that you wait another 30 minutes, and then you can drink afterwards. So, and they say, drinking takes a while because you sip everything. This is really just in the beginning. It gets better, obviously, they say, and everybody, research on the internet. It's just the initial bit. And actually, they say for the rest of your life, you really should, it's recommended that you eat and drink that way. They say you shouldn't drink when you're eating. And the reason they say, your stomach's not as big, so the food comes in there, and it takes a while to get in there, and then the drink will come up and press on it, and sometimes it'll come back up, and you don't want to vomit. They say you vomit once, and then you'll learn from that. So basically, there's some pre-surgery diet practice tips that I have to do. And, it's mainly just kind of recommend you to get ready to do. And a lot of this stuff, is good. And then the pre-op diet I have to do for a week. It's mainly juice. I think it's all juice or something like that. I have to look into it again. But it's basically what we're trying to do, or what they're trying to do, what I have to do, whatever, is you're doing this to get your liver to get smaller, because your liver covers your stomach, and I don't really know a lot about that. I'm not really big in the medical field, so that was interesting. I thought it was because you wanted your stomach smaller because they're going to be ripping it out or something, ripping some of it out, a lot of it out, but probably helpful. So some of the pre-diet practice tips they have is, of course, a lot of it's self-explanatory. That you've probably heard a million times. Anybody who's researching this, anyway. Choose low-fat foods. Okay, avoid fried foods. Stop using sugar. Decrease your intake on desserts and candy. Sorry about the lighting. Stop drinking sugar-sweetened beverages. Start weaning off of carbonated beverages. I don't really drink that much. They say 1 to 2, wean off like 1 or 2, but I have like 1 or 2 a week. I've never been real big on that. Most of the things I drink and that they recommend you drink is Crystal Light. Yeah, she talked about that, and drinking Crystal Light, really water-based stuff, non-sugar. You know, there was like a list of sugar sweeteners, or no, non-sugar sweeteners that's okay to eat, to take. But yeah, start cutting back on fast food and eating out. Make healthy meal choices. Well, that's a big deal because I don't really eat out a lot, but on my days off I do. I like to go out with my family. You know, we plus I know the surgery's coming up, so I'm trying to hit my favorite places. You know, and of course it's all bad, but I'm trying my best. You know, when I have gone to McDonald's, I went from a double quarter pounder with cheese to a McDouble. You know, so that's got to be good. It's smaller, you know. Instead of drinking, you know, root beer or Coke, I used to drink a lot of root beer. I drink tea, but I like sweet tea, so that's a problem. They want you to eat 3 meals a day, which, you know, they want you to not skip breakfast or lunch or dinner. So that's something that it's going to be kind of big. Make sure I eat 3 meals a day and start decreasing my portions. And, you know, that's going to be something. You know, and if you, one of the things is eat more fruits and vegetables, practice. Sorry. Okay. Whew, I don't know where that came from. Anyway, where was I? Practice drinking water and other fluids, not like the Crystal Light, or tea, you know, green tea or some kind of something's good for you. Between meals, not during meals, which we already kind of covered that, but just trying to get you into the habit of doing it. I want you to drink 64 ounces of water. I always hear that, 8 glasses a day. Yeah, I do that anyway, so that's good. Avoid alcohol. That's good. I don't drink. Begin some form of exercise. You know, it's good to walk. I try to walk. I had knee surgery in September, so I'm walking now. I don't walk long periods of time, but I've been trying to get to it. And when my weight, you know, being a big guy, some of the gym equipment has a weight limit on it. So, you know, you don't want to get there and somebody come up and say, hey, you weigh too much to be on the machine, and you certainly don't want it to break. But anyway, yeah. They want you to review some information on the gastric sleeve diet, which we'll go through. Practice chewing foods about 20 to 40 times. So it's like a paste consistency. Oh man, and that just sounds nasty. I usually chew my food about 20 times, but I think the problem that I have is I take big bites. So, you know, probably a normal, smaller person, when they chew 20 to 30 times, it's probably a lot less thick than when I would chew my size. But I have to work on that. They want you to start purchasing your protein drinks and supplements, your vitamins and minerals. You know, I take vitamins. I take a daily vitamin already, and some omega-3 fatty acids and fish oil and all that good stuff. But the thing that they want you to do, and for the rest of your life, is chewable vitamins. You know, and that seems kind of strange. I mean, I understand, but just to go get a Flintstone vitamin, you know, I don't know, to me it just sounds weird, but yeah, it's good. You're supposed to have it. If they tell me to do it, I'll do it. But just it's kind of funny. You know, so I'll get some kind of good one that I enjoy. And then begin planning a schedule for all that stuff. Mealtime, fluids, vitamins, mineral, because this sounds like a lot of stuff. And then, you know, they mentioned a food diary, and it makes sense. you want to jot down everything you're doing after your surgery, of course, and that way, if you get sick the next day or later that day, you can look at your diary and see, well, this is what I ate. I won't eat that next time, or maybe experiment and see other things and come back to it later and whatever, because you don't want to have the dumping syndrome. You don't want to vomit. You don't want to do that kind of stuff. I mean, nobody really does, but I mean that's the kind of stuff that could happen if you do it. And, she said you can cheat. A lot of people figured out ways how to cheat on these things, because obviously if you want it to be a paste consistency, people, ice cream and milkshakes, people would go get that. But I mean, your stomach's small and it's going to screw things up. You're not getting anything else, and plus you're getting all those calories, and you're not really doing anything. So that's pretty much it for now. There's going to be a liquid diet that I got to do for 7 days, starting July 12th, because my surgery is July 19th. I hope. There's a lot of stuff going on with work, and very hectic right now. So a little stressed out over it, but you never know what's going to happen. But I hope that there's no layoffs or whatever, because I really want this surgery. I need the surgery, and it all comes down to that. So I got about 2 months, and get to have my surgery. I'm very excited about it. I thank you for viewing this, and I appreciate the comments, the subscribers, and everybody who subscribes to me. I subscribe back, start checking out their stuff. There's a lot of people out there that are doing this, and it's pretty nice. So anyway, I don't want to keep rambling. Have a good day.